Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Dr. Ingky, your digital skin doctor, and welcome to another segment of our Skynfyx head-to-head challenge, whereby we'll be bringing you and comparing your favorite and the latest skincare product, and then compare them with one another to see how they do. Today we'll be covering products from The Ordinary. Now, The Ordinary has been making head waves over the past couple of years. Now, who are The Ordinary and why are they so popular? The Ordinary is founded by a company, DECIEM, DECIEM, and they've been around since the year 2013. Of course, when we see the bottles, they are nice, they are minimalist, and they speak to you directly, because what The Ordinary does is they highlight the active ingredients. They are the ingredients in your skincare that give you a direct result. Means that if you want to reduce, let's say, pigmentation, or you want to make your skin glow, there are certain ingredients that you look for in your skincare, which gives you the result that you want. So today we'll be covering 4 of the most popular The Ordinary serums. First up, we'll be covering Arbutin 2% with hyaluronic acid. On first glance, it comes in a white color bottle. Beautiful packaging, of course, from The Ordinary, and it's written there Arbutin 2% with HA. What is alpha arbutin and why is it at 2%? Alpha arbutin is a great skin lightener. Now, the best skin lightener in the market is a medical grade product called hydroquinone. And hydroquinone has been used by dermatologists and doctors all over the world for the past 30 to 40 years, and has been used to reduce acne scars, made to reduce pigmentation, or even something as simple as an insect bite. However, the issue with hydroquinone is overuse of hydroquinone, you actually have a lot of side effects, and one of which is what we call exogenous ochronosis. That means that instead of your pigmentation getting lighter, it gets darker. And this is generally due to prolonged use. So to counter that, what has been found is a particular property or a chemical called alpha arbutin. It's a natural derivative of hydroquinone. So what it does is it gives you the benefits of hydroquinone without the side effects. Clinical studies have shown that alpha arbutin works as well as hydroquinone when put into a clinical trial. However, from clinical experience, I will tell you that hydroquinone still is much better for pigmentation and for skin lightening. However, due to the side effects, we generally do not prescribe hydroquinone, or we will control the use. So if you're using at home and you want to just lighten your skin or reduce your pigmentation or just lighten those nasty red scars, you need to look for a product that can be used long term without skin irritation or without side effects. And that is definitely the alpha arbutin. Clinically, alpha arbutin at 2% gives you roughly the same efficacy of a hydroquinone 1 to 2%. So right here, this is all you need. You need an alpha arbutin of 2%. Because alpha arbutin can cause a little bit of skin irritation, what The Ordinary has done is they have actually diluted it in hyaluronic acid. Now, what is HA? HA is a very strong hydrator. HA molecules can absorb 1,000 times up to its own molecular weight. Means that it keeps the water content inside. So if you apply HA serums on your skin, you actually hydrate your skin much better than just applying regular moisturizer. In terms of smell, it doesn't really have much of a smell. So in terms of smell, I would give it a 3 out of 5. I'll give it a much more neutral score. Now, in terms of texture, it's a rather thick texture due to this HA. So it's not like the other kind of serums whereby it's pretty aqueous. This one is pretty thick. So as you rub around, it actually stays on your skin and takes a little bit of time for it to actually absorb. If you're using another serum before The Ordinary's alpha arbutin plus HA, you might want to apply a more aqueous serum first. Maybe you have a niacinamide or you have any other serum, apply that first. Then layer this over the top after a couple of minutes. And once it has absorbed, you can apply your moisturizer over it. Now, in terms of texture, I will give it 4 out of 5. I actually like this HA texture because it's really hydrating. In terms of price, this is a little bit more expensive than the other serums. In Malaysia, it sells for roughly about 90 ringgit. However, it's difficult to find a pure Arbutin serum. Generally, Arbutins are mixed with regular moisturizers. So in terms of price, I'll give it roughly a 3 out of 5. In terms of effectiveness, it's not as great as hydroquinone, definitely. If you compare it to with niacinamide or vitamin C, of course, those are much better skin lighteners. I will give it a 3 out of 5. If you're looking for something with a skin lightener and a hydrator, definitely this is the serum for you. But if you're just looking for a skin lightener and you already have good hydration or you have a good hydrator, this is average and you might want to think about it. Overall rating, 3.25 stars out of 5. Next up, we are reviewing the Retinol from The Ordinary. So what I have here is the Retinol 1% in Squalene. They actually have another SKU or another concentration of Retinol at 0.5%, so 0.5%, and again, it's in Squalene. Now, what is Retinol and why is it so popular these days? Retinol is a vitamin A derivative. Now, vitamin A works very well on your skin. It helps exfoliate dead skin cells, it helps improve fine lines, reduce skin bumpiness, it helps reduce sebum production. On top of that, it stimulates more collagen, so it helps with wrinkles. So overall, retinol is a superstar ingredient. Now, retinols have been in the market for many years. There's the medical grade part, which we call tretinoin. However, tretinoins generally have skin irritation. Hence, most people, I would highly advise you to use retinol. Retinol is oil soluble. That means it must be kept in oil. So what the Ordinary has done is they have suspended it in Squalene. What is Squalene? Squalene is a very good hydrator for dry skin. Anyone with super dry skin or you have an eczemated skin, generally I would highly advise you to use Squalene because it keeps the hydration, it prevents your skin from being dehydrated, and it prevents the water content from escaping from your skin. So right here, they have combined both retinol with Squalene. In terms of smell, well, it doesn't smell too bad. It has a little bit of a smell from the Squalene, so I'll give it a 3 out of 5. In terms of texture, because it's oil-based, once you have applied it and you apply water-based products over it, it prevents the water-based products from actually getting into your skin. So if you have anything with oil-based, you have to apply it after your moisturizer, or it's one of the last final steps of your skincare. It is pretty oily, and retinol generally is a night use, so this is perfect for you to use at night after you've applied your serums and your moisturizers, and these goes on last before you go to sleep. I'm not a big fan of oily products, so in terms of texture, I'm just going to give it a 2 out of 5. In terms of price, it's very affordable because it's only 75 ringgit. Retinol products generally are a little bit pricey because retinol products are not easy to suspend or not easy to create. Retinol products can denature and change its form, color, or smell if kept wrongly. So for price at 75 ringgit, it's really worth it. I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5. Overall effectiveness, I like retinol and I'm a big fan of retinol. And I highly suggest people use retinol even at a very young age. You know, even if you're in your mid-20s, even if you're in your teens and you have issues with sebum production, you should always use retinol because retinol helps reduce sebum production. It is an ingredient that you can use from youth till an old age. However, for this particular retinol product from The Ordinary, because it's suspended in Squalene, I'm not going to encourage for normal skin people to use it on a daily basis. You might want to use it every alternate day. If you have dry skin, yes, you can use it at night. So for effectiveness, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5, not a 5 out of 5 because if you have oily skin or combination skin, you should definitely avoid it. Overall rating, 3.25 stars out of 5. Third product that I'm going to be reviewing, Caffeine Solution. This is one of the only serums that The Ordinary has created, not just for the face, but for the eyes as well. And it's specifically written on the bottle that it reduces appearances of eye contour, pigmentation, and puffiness. So The Ordinary has created a caffeine solution of 5% plus EGCG. Now, caffeine, why is it important and how does it actually help your skin? Due to overuse of our eyes, due to screen time. It means we watch a lot of TV, computers, iPads, or even your phones. Sometimes it actually would strain the eyes. And then once it strains the eyes, your eyes require more blood supply because it requires more oxygen and more food. And what happens is there is vasodilation, means that your blood vessels will expand to allow more food or more oxygen to creep into the skin or creep into your eyes. When you have more blood going into your eye circulation, you have more pooling of water content. Hence, puffiness will happen, pigmentation might happen, and eventually dark eye circles occur. The Ordinary caffeine solution. What caffeine does is it does totally the opposite. It is a vasoconstriction. It forces your blood vessels to shrink up. So it doesn't absolutely reduce the blood circulation to the eyes. Your eyes still have blood circulation from other places, from major arteries. But it reduces the peripheral circulation, which then reduces puffiness and tired look. Caffeine generally is applied only once a day. You can apply it in the morning or at night. So caffeine reduces the blood circulation and as well as is a great antioxidant. Now, the EGCG, it's a long chemical name, but it's a derivative from green tea. So because it's a green tea derivative, it's an antioxidant and as well as anti-inflammation. So it helps reduce puffiness as well as it reduces the pigmentation caused by some of the blood vessels. In terms of smell, due to the green tea aspect and probably the caffeine aspect, it doesn't smell great. In Malaysia, we have this particular folks remedy, what we call minyak angin or minyak cap kapak. So in terms of smell, I'm going to give it just a 2 out of 5. Now, in terms of texture, it's not too bad. It's in between oily and aqueous. So it's roughly in between the Arbutin and the Retinol. If you're applying this, please apply only after your moisturizer. You can apply under the eyes once a day, or you can apply under the eyes twice a day to reduce puffiness and the tight look. On top of that, you can actually apply on the rest of your skin if you have sensitive skin, because caffeine helps vasoconstriction or it helps shrink up the blood supply, hence reducing the skin irritation, and as well as EGCG will actually help reduce inflammation, which is great for sensitive skin. You can apply it once to twice a day, there's no problem. In terms of price, it's not that expensive because eye serums or eye creams are generally pretty pricey. So in terms of price, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 5. It's only 80 ringgit. So in terms of effectiveness, caffeine works well for some people, but again, it only works well for a certain small subset of people. It doesn't work well for majority of the people. To reduce eye puffiness, they actually generate many ways. You can actually put a little bit of ice cubes, but the main cause of eye puffiness is generally due to extreme eye strain. It means it's prolonged screen time. So you need to cut down the screen times, get proper eyewear, stop looking at bright lights, and generally that actually reduces on its own. And the age-old remedy of using just cool cucumbers and putting on your eyes actually does work. So because it doesn't really work for everybody, effectiveness, I'm just going to rate it a 2 out of 5. So overall rating, 3.25 stars out of 5. Last up, we're going to talk about the Ordinary Niacinamide 10% with a Zinc 1%. For those who do not know, we have already reviewed this product and you can click on the link up here to actually watch our entire review on why we love to hate the Niacinamide 10%. Now, this is a love-hate relationship between the Ordinary Niacinamide 10% and Zinc 1%. Now, it's clearly stated that it's a high-strength vitamin and mineral blemish formula. Now, if you have to look at the other bottles, it never mentions high strength. The Arbutin mentions it's a concentrated serum and everything else just mentions what it does. On the Niacinamide, it mentions it's a high-strength vitamin. Number one, there's already caution. This is high strength, it's not for everybody. Niacinamide has many benefits. It generally has 5 different benefits. You can look at our old video, but it helps overall reduce blemish, reduce acne, reduce scars, and gives your skin a nice glow. Now, why is it the Ordinary has decided that they're going to put a 10% into their formula instead of the general 2 to 5%? Highly likely there is a request from it that most people want a much better result from niacinamide. Maybe they decided that if you do mix this with your other creams, it then dilute the 10% and give you a much better result. I'm not going to go any further because you can watch our video from the link above. Now we're going to go to our rating. In terms of smell, more or less of a neutral smell. Again, not a great smell. I'm just going to give it a rating of 2 out of 5. In terms of texture, it is pretty aqueous. Compared to the Arbutin, it is pretty liquid. So this is one of the first few serums that you should apply on your skin. So you should apply this one right after your cleanser or after your toner. However, this particular tingling sensation was there for a couple of days of of use of niacinamide, and I didn't really like it because it actually made my skin a little bit irritated and a little bit red the next day. So in terms of texture, I'm just going to give it a 3 out of 5. In terms of pricing, in Malaysia, they're selling for 70 ringgit because niacinamide, even though it's a relatively affordable ingredient, however, we generally don't have it pure niacinamide serum on its own. And at such high percentage of 10%, 70 ringgit, it's actually quite a steal. I'm going to give it a rating of 3 out of 5. In terms of effectiveness, now as I mentioned earlier, there was tingling sensation and clinical practice. We have seen many people with acne-prone skin and combination skin who have used niacinamide 10% with a zinc 1%, and they get major breakouts and major skin irritation from this. Not many people actually benefited from this particular product. In terms of rating, I'm only going to give it effectiveness score 1 out of 5. So overall, it's 2.25 stars out of 5. Out of all the products, which am I going to recommend? First of all, definitely not the niacinamide. Now we're going to throw this out of contention. Now, if you are looking for just active ingredients to add to your skincare routine or your skincare repertoire, you can actually choose any of these 3. The Arbutin is great when you have dull skin and at the same time you want to lighten your pigmentation or your dark scars. If you're looking for retinol, your dry skin looking for retinol, the retinol 1% in Squalene is definitely a steal. Now, if you're really going to be adding retinol into your skincare routine, use it once every alternate day, so once every 2 days, and once your skin is used to it, you can use it on a daily basis. And last of all, if you are looking for something for dark eye circles or eye puffiness, the caffeine solution is definitely your choice. Now, out of the 3, which I'm going to actually recommend, I'm going to highly recommend you the caffeine solution. Eye serums or eye creams are generally pretty expensive, and for 30 ml and for this particular price, this is definitely a steal. And not only can you use it for your eyes, you can use it for the rest of your skin as well. So ladies and gentlemen, Skynfyx is going to recommend the caffeine solution 5%. Hi guys, thanks for watching, and if you do like this video, please give me a thumbs up and please comment below which other The Ordinary products would you like us to review, and if you agree or even disagree with this particular video. Don't forget to click that bell notification button so that whenever there's a new video out, and we're putting new videos on quite a regular basis, you'll be notified with them. Also, please forward this video to your family and friends if you think they will actually benefit from it. And until next time, I'm Dr. Ingky. Stay safe, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay informed.
Are you tired of wasting time and money on your skin, but nothing works? We are here to help. Skynfyx is a platform that provides personal care education completely free. Skynfyx is run by skin doctors and skincare experts. You can chat and consult with our skin doctors without ever leaving your home. Other than free advice, Skynfyx also provides tailor-made solutions for your skin problem with customized medical-grade skincare delivered right to your doorstep. Skynfyx, your digital skin doctor.